In the rolling hills of northeastern Oklahoma, a quiet wind stirs the tall grass, whispering through the small Osage villages. It was the 1920s, and the Osage people, once displaced from their ancestral lands, had discovered a fortune beneath their feet: oil. Wealth beyond imagination flowed into their hands, transforming their lives. They built grand homes, drove new cars, and dressed in clothes finer than anything the plains had seen in generations. Among those living in the heart of the Osage Hills was Molly Burkhart, a young woman whose family had thrived from the oil wealth. She believed in the goodness of her people and the promise of the land, but soon she would learn that the greatest danger might come from the very hands that shook hers in friendship. This was the beginning of a terror that would shake the Osage Nation to its core, a terror that would later be called the Reign of Terror. The shadow that had begun to stir over the Osage Hills now grew darker. One by one, members of Molly Burkhart's family and the wider Osage community began to die under mysterious circumstances. Poisoned drinks, staged accidents, sudden illnesses. Each death seemed an unfortunate coincidence at first, but soon a pattern emerged. Fear spread like wildfire. Families who had once celebrated their newfound wealth now looked to the horizon with suspicion and dread. He began to trace the web of greed, deceit, and murder that had ensnared the Osage people. With each interview, each ledger, each whispered confession, the outlines of a horrifying conspiracy became clear. The killings were no random tragedies. They were calculated, deliberate, and orchestrated by those closest to the victims. And yet, even as the federal agent pieced together the truth, the danger loomed ever closer. Those entrusted with love and family ties could not be trusted, and the greatest betrayal was still waiting to strike. By now, the Osage Hills were shrouded in fear and grief. Families had been torn apart, homes shadowed by suspicion, and the bright promise of wealth had become a trap of death. But among the sorrow, Molly Burkhart found a courage that would not be silenced. She refused to let her family's legacy be stolen, and she would not let the killers escape.